Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. Every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Nicholson. And the return man steps out at the 28. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Catch made, but the defender grabs him behind the line of scrimmage. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Dropping back, it's Soto. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. The defense recovers the fumble. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. The linebacker shifting around now. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Going the other way, can they catch him? At the 20. And he steps out at the 4, close to a pick 6. But still a great play.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
See if they can punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Receiver makes the catch all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here comes the point after attempt. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Nicholson. And he gave it a shot, but should have just left the ball in the end zone. They spotted it at the 19. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They're going to run it here. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll stop the ball at the 31.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
The shotgun handoff here. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Back to pass. It's Soto. And here comes a deep shot. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he's brought down there. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Ball handed off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quick throw, complete to the tight end. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much.
Cannot escape, and down he goes. The sack sets up second down.
Man, that's how you respond after giving up such a big play through the air. The next play, you get after the quarterback, make some adjustments, and come up with a nice sack.
He makes the grab. Touchdown, LSU. This quarterback on fire today. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Bringing it out, it's Nicholson. And they tackle him at the 8. The offense starts backed up on this possession. And comes the Florida State offense on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Quick throw over the middle. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Oh, and it's a fumble. It's a turnover.
Boy, the defense showing their team speed. Flying around that receiver. He made the catch, but he didn't do a good job of securing the football, and the ball comes out.
Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturned the previous ruling on the field. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's that defense shifting again. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. It's a fumble. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Now the try here for the extra point. To make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Finally goes out of bounds. A huge chunk play by the offense to wrap up this first period.
LSU 14, Florida State 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking right. This one caught. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
So second down after the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Soto. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And I tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, at Florida State.
He's looking. The ball is loose. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. He pulls it in for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Off the play fake on first down. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Dropping back. It's Soto. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Looking to throw it again. He's going to take another shot right here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And the pass is complete to the tight end. But a huge collision blow delivered there by the linebacker. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Nice first down run here by this running back. And these are the kind of situations on 3rd and short that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice first down, which is great, new set of downs, but it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Using his legs on the scramble. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, drops back. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 25. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fielded in the end zone. It's Castellanos. And he's brought down at the 16. He's looking better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Extending the play now. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. 2nd down play coming up. To throw, it's Soto. Looking to scramble. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down. And the Noles hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking to throw it on first down. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. And it falls incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. The pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's Smith. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And looking for a big play here. Pass caught down to the 20. Touchdown, Knowles. Made the defense look slow that time.
Well, they roll the dice here, call that play, and it works out. They get points on the board. They cut into the lead. Now you got a ton of momentum going in at halftime to make some adjustments and come out feeling that you can come back and win this game.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it off to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. That's strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Important possession here to begin the third quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on this lead. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Using his legs here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Pass is incomplete, but there's a flag. This is a big call coming up. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Snags with the throw. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. On the run here, lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
Boy, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this. It'd be a great compliment to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Looking to throw again. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Defense is coming after him. The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Chris, let's tip our cap to this quarterback. He has gotten hit. That's the fourth sack already in this football game. Now, he's thrown for a lot of yards, so it's been one of those cases where either our band is playing or your band is playing. One way or another, you're getting a lot of fireworks in this game.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
That's exactly what the coach, I'm sure, talked about there at halftime, is the defense is going to be out there on the field first. We're down in this football game. We got to get pressure on this offense, come up with some plays, and get the ball back to our offense. And that's exactly what they have a chance to do now.
And the returner is brought down. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Ball handed off. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
He's looking deep here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
Oh, just short of the end zone. But a big play from this offense. Now we're going to see if this defense can just hold them to 3.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 28, Florida State 21.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal.
6-9-1, Gators score. Easy.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles. Extra point try coming now. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They did some good things in the last drive. Moved it a long way, but eventually stalled out. He moves the ball after the 15.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. The pass rush closing in. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Trying to get the throw off. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking downfield. It's so tough. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on third down? He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. Your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Chris, the design of this play is perfect. Everything you want to see. The quarterback puts the ball on the money. The ball's right in his arms. All he has to do is catch it for a touchdown, and he drops it on 4th down.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a 1st down. Keeping it on the ground here. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense looking to throw the ball. Contact as he threw it. And it's incomplete even in a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Here's the 2nd down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. This time it's complete, and the defense wraps him up.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning here as we set up for a close, dramatic finish to this one. Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw yet again. Running out of time in the pocket. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack in a crucial moment.
It's a big mistake by the quarterback here, just holding on to the football too long. Late in the game, 3rd down, you got to make a big play, and you come up with a sack. Now it's 4th down.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Looking to throw for the 1st down. Pressure is coming. He's going to pull it down and run. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the 4th quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes, and he takes off and picks up a 1st down.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. but the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. On the run here. Lets it go. Tight end makes the grab. Finally brought down, but the offense moving close to the red zone here. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown, LSU, to take the lead in the final minute.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback. With the game on the line, he finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they score late to take the lead.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. Turner decides to field it. And ball spotted at the 17. Would have been better off just taking a knee. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And smart choice. He'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's good execution. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Dropping back, it's Soto. He's running out of time here. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock. We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Touchdown, Florida State. It was a foot race and he won it. And now the decision to go for 2. Gutsy call by this coach. He wants to win it right here. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. And the defense signals time here with just 13 seconds left on the clock. And the coach says, forget overtime. We're going for 2. Try to win it right here. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. That is another delay of game penalty on this drive. Have you ever seen this? What is going on? And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. They still need this extra point to top. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And with time a factor here late in the game, he'll just take a knee and they'll start the drive at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Look him out throwing here to start the drive. He's escaping the pocket now. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Well, the defense does a really good job of getting that initial pressure on the quarterback, but this is what he can do. His athletic ability and his legs gets him away from the pressure. He buys some time, and I love how he keeps his eyes downfield. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to make a big play with his arm.
Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. So the offense retains possession and avoids a catastrophic turnover. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Finds room at the 30. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. So here comes our first play of overtime. There's the handoff. Runs through the defender. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Got space, looking to score. Into the end zone to take the lead here in OT.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the point after is good. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Good enough for first down yardage.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they get stopped here on second down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Now they'll set up 3rd and goal. They've got 2 plays left. They got to punch it in or it's game over. Looking for 6. Looking for the end zone, but not complete. So now it's 4th down. Ball game on the line right now. And he drops back in the gun. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop. In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.